to Savage Kitchen. Today, we are not in the kitchen. We're actually in my dining room, and I'm here to talk about holiday gift giving for the home bartenders and cooks in your lives. Holidays are upon us. It's getting a little late to get presents ordered, so I put together a couple of lists on Amazon with ideas, and a lot of them have Prime shipping, so just shh, they don't need to know that you waited so long. I have this broken up into a couple of categories. If you have somebody in your life who loves mixology, who loves making cocktails or loves to cook, there are so many different things that you can get them, from actual like food stuff to tools to ideas to experiences. So I have these categorized in a couple of different groups that are things that you can find. So let's start with glassware. Glassware, it might seem like the socks of gifts, but A, who doesn't love getting socks? I do. And B, glassware is actually very, very cool, especially if you have someone in your life who does love making cocktails. There's pretty much a different kind of glass for every cocktail that you can think of. And something like a coupe or a classic champagne glass, or maybe a brandy snifter, might not be something that everybody has in their kitchen. When it comes to giving glassware, make sure that you're giving in a set. I would say at least 4. If you're giving to somebody who entertains often, I would say 6 to 8 would be really, really lovely. But at the end of the day, you're giving a gift. Give whatever you are comfortable with. Included in glassware, but kind of bordering on the tools category, is a really nice heavy-bottomed mixing glass. You've probably seen these all over the place. The heavy bottom is important literally to keep your glass in place while you're stirring. I prefer this one that doesn't have any etching in it because when I'm filming, I like to show you guys what I'm putting in the mixing glass. But these come in so many different variations and styles and come in different sizes as to liquid volume that they hold. And this makes a really, really lovely gift. If you really want to outfit your home bartender, I think it makes a lot of sense to also give them shaking tins. So some cocktails are shaken, some are stirred. James Bond taught us that many, many years ago. So you want to make sure that your home bartender has the right tools for the job. Not all spirits should be shaken. Some need to be stirred. So having both is really kind of necessary. There are also tools like strainers and bar spoons and muddlers and things that you can buy together as packets and give somebody one uniform set that makes a really, really nice gift. And then there's the cocktail jigger. I don't know about everybody else. I'm a little bit of a maniac about cocktail jiggers. I like them, but I like them to have a story with them. This is my favorite cocktail jigger, and there's a story with this jigger about 3 of my closest friends and I in Denmark, and it's just near and dear to my heart. It's hard to give something like that as a gift, but what you could do is have an engraved cocktail jigger made for your home bartender. My personal favorite tool that might not be the obvious bar tool is this. I love this thing. It might be because I love fire. Honestly, are you really living if you don't have a blowtorch in the kitchen? This is such a handy little tool. If you want to quickly char some spices, some wood chips, even fruit slices to smoke a glass, this is your go-to. If you like to make creme brulee or just want to crust the top of some sweet treat, also your go-to. Recently I melted chocolate with this. Amazing. I love this. I think this is an incredible gift. I think it's something that people don't often think about buying for themselves. And I will say that if you are going to gift this with somebody, be a hero and also get them extra butane. Because if you're like me, you just can't stop turning it on and you're gonna need extra butane. Let's move on to books. I think books are incredible. I love giving books as gifts, whether they're food related or not. I think that books are really special, and there's something beautiful about turning pages and seeing somebody's thoughts on paper. And when it comes to recipe books and idea books, there are so many beautiful options out there. I have a couple of my personal favorites here. This one I actually just got. This was a recommendation from Steve the Bartender. This is a book by Sasha Petrosky called Regarding Cocktails. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous book produced by Phaedon. They make gorgeous books in general, just FYI. They produce a lot of photography books that are stunning. What's amazing in particular about this book is that every recipe in here comes with a story from one of the bartenders that the author actually trained. So you're getting a little bit of history, you're also getting a feel, and you're getting some story with every cocktail, which I love because a thoughtful gift really is about the story. So I love this book. I also love this, Liquid Intelligence. If you have someone in your life who likes to tinker and play and kind of be a little bit of a mad scientist in the kitchen, this is such an amazing gift. Dear friends gave this to me for my birthday, and I have been immersed in it ever since. And you learn about chemistry, you learn physics. There's lots of stuff in here about fire, which makes me happy. There's recipes in here, but what's interesting is there's a lot of theory and there's a lot of tools to come up with your own unique cocktails. I will put a link below to my favorite books, both cocktail related and food related, because I think everybody should have a copy of Julia Child's Mastering the Art of French Cooking. So that's in that list for you to check out below. So tastes. Let's talk about taste. If you are a subscriber to the channel, and I hope you are, if you're not yet, make sure to go click that little subscribe button and notification bell for videos. But if you've been watching me, you know that the cocktails that I come up with and the things that I cook really are just based on my own likes. I like to tinker, I like to play. I love feeding people and giving people great cocktails. And a lot of that inspiration simply comes from whatever's in my spice cabinet, what's in the fridge, or if I tasted something at a restaurant and was like, ooh, I think I'd like to try that. So I think giving the gift of sampling different flavors to people is amazing. You can do that in a lot of different ways. When it comes to cocktails, one of my favorite ways are these little packets of bitters. So Scrappy's makes one that is a 4-pack sampler, which is what these 4 are from. This one is cardamom. Would I ever have thought to put cardamom in a cocktail? I don't know, but I'm going to now because I have a little sampler of it. Or if you have somebody that really has an adventurous palate, get them something a little bit different. I just picked up this bottle of eucalyptus bitters, and I'm super psyched about it. I think that this is going to make some wild cocktails. Eucalyptus in a cocktail is not something I had really thought about before, but I think it's going to be amazing. Specialty bottles of syrups for the people in your life, or maybe even an herb garden so that they can create their own, is a wonderful, wonderful gift. A variety of bitters, a variety of syrups, even a variety of spices is an amazing gift to give someone. So now let's talk about bottles. It's 2020. A lot of us are still under some sort of quarantine and not able to attend parties or host parties like we used to this time of year. But that doesn't mean that you can't still share bottles with those that you love. There are so many services out there where you can send a bottle, like Flaviar is a great example, Drizly if it's local. You can simply input the address, choose which bottle you want to send, and send it off. What you can also do in some instances is sign people up for a membership. For example, Flaviar is a company that has a membership for whiskey lovers, where quarterly they will send whiskey samples and bottles to club members. Amazing. I'm going to put a link to that below because I think that that is an incredible gift. You can also sign somebody up for a wine club. For example, this is Page Spring Cellars. They are a local Arizona winery. I love them. I discovered them 8 years ago now, and I think they make incredible reds. People always say Arizona wine. No, really, Arizona wine. To give somebody a wine club membership is a really thoughtful gift, and it's quite literally the gift that keeps on giving. There are so many wineries around the world, wherever you live or wherever the recipient of your gift lives. Maybe look up who their local wineries are and start them out. And then finally, you can still give super, super thoughtful specialty bottles that you can pick up quickly or have delivered within a day or two. So if you're a little late for shopping, don't worry, this is for you. For example, if you have a music lover in your life who also happens to love whiskey, there is this Blackened. So this is whiskey that the band Metallica who I love and have been a fan of pretty much my entire life. They partnered with a whiskey maker, and what's unique about this whiskey is that they use sound waves to drive the whiskey into the barrels a little bit more and get more of that oaky flavor. Is it a little gimmicky? Maybe. Am I going to enjoy the hell out of this bottle? Definitely. So if you have a music lover in your life, this is a really thoughtful gift. This is a gift that comes with a story. If you have a plant lover or a conservationist in your life, Noble Oak. I know I talk about them all the time, but what I love about this is that they plant a tree for every single bottle of bourbon that they sell. And their rye also. I haven't been able to get their rye here yet, but I've got it on the way. Flaviar. So again, thoughtful gift where you're giving them a bottle of whiskey, but it comes with a thought that you're connecting something else in their life that they care about. So I think that's kind of cool. Then if you have all kinds of time and creativity, having a custom decanter made for the whiskey lover in your life is really one of the most thoughtful gifts I can think of. This was actually a gift given to me by one of my dearest friends last year, and he had my grandmother's house put on a whiskey decanter for me, which like, who thinks of these things? I'd love to take credit for it, but I can't. But I want to share this with you because I think it's a brilliant idea. So this does require some time and foresight and planning. And this is something where he created the artwork and put it on this bottle, but you could have a monogram done. I just think that this was such an incredibly thoughtful gift and is something that with a little bit of foresight and planning, you could do too. So I hope these gift ideas help for the home bartender or cook in your life. If you have any ideas or any questions, make sure to leave me a comment below and make sure to stay tuned because I'm gonna open this bad boy up and see if playing Metallica to oak barrels really does make it taste better. Cheers, friends. Is it even a holiday if there's not a blowtorch?